What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is kind of just like a continuation of the fender paint video. I'm gonna be tackling wet sanding and buffing and polishing the fenders to go ahead and get that orange peel going. I'm gonna of course wash the rest of my truck as well so that it's all clean, and I give y'all a full overview look of it. So far I've gone ahead and taken off the actual fenders. I just got them right here. The reason I have them off and not on the truck while I'm gonna be wet sanding and polishing is simply because of this little part right here, because it dips in. So when you have it on the fenders, obviously I'm sure y'all know what the Rubicon fenders are like, but with that little pocket down there, I won't be able to get the buffer and polisher in there to go ahead and take care of that, and I want a smooth finish everywhere. So I got those off. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the process of wet sanding and then buffing and polishing them, so I can button everything back up and get the whole truck washed. And then, like I said, I'll give y'all a full overview of the truck so y'all can see how the fenders turned out and how everything looks all put together and clean. So again, appreciate y'all taking the time to continue watching the build. Stick around and see how it turns out. All right, so I got the fenders all sanded. I did only use 1500. It laid down a lot better than I initially thought. So it only took the 1500 grit to get a smooth finish. There were some rough parts, but that's where I focused most of my effort into. Got those smoothed out, so it is smooth to the touch now. So when I go ahead and buff it and polish it, I should have a perfect, well, I wouldn't say perfect, but I should have a really good finish that gets as close to factory as possible. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is buff the inside crevice of each one of the fenders and then put it back onto the truck and do the rest. I guess maybe it'll be easier that way. I don't know, but then I'll have to polish the inside as well. So I don't know, but I'm gonna figure it out. All right, so I got everything, all of the water blown out of each one of the fenders. I got them nice and dry and ready to be buffed and polished. I'm gonna be using the Harbour Freight Special. This is the $80 DA polisher with the 6-inch pad. I got the coarse, medium, and fine pads. Again, Harbour Freight. And then I got the Meguiar's medium cut and mirror glaze. People at O'Reilly say that the mirror glaze for the Meguiar's is good. I know the Meguiar's name, obviously. I use their products for washing, so I've assumed it would be good to use those same brand for the buffing and polishing. As far as the DA sander, not the DA sander, DA polisher, that was just, I go to Harbour Freight for pretty much everything, but I did look up on YouTube, School of YouTube, to see what people think of it, and from what I've found, it's a good polisher. Everybody pretty much says you should do, they should run a 5-inch pad on it. I guess better control, but they didn't have 5-inch pads, and I'm not a professional. This isn't nothing that I plan on doing long term. It's just for my truck itself, the fenders or whatever. I may buff and polish my whole truck and maybe my wife's SUV car thing, whatever, but So I don't need to go out and try to change the faceplates and make it a 5-inch or anything like that. I'm gonna run with this, call it a day, and be good. But yeah, so everything's nice and set up. I am in the garage right now, simply because I don't want to be in direct sunlight. It is overcast right now, but you never know. UV rays pass through all that. So I don't know if that'll play into any effect. But I decided to come in my garage, and as you see, I just got it set up like that on those stands. I'm only gonna do 2 right now, do 2 at a time, or have 2 sitting up at the time, whatever. And then these are the fronts right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and start the process of buffing first, and then finish up with the polish. Hopefully it turns out good. All right, so far I just finished up the first session of buffing with the medium cut. It came out pretty good. I can see there's still some texture, but again, it was a textured fender that wasn't sanded 100% smooth, so there's still some texture, but the gloss, the shine is definitely there. So it definitely worked. Now I'm about to go ahead and tackle the final session, which is the high gloss buff finishing, whatever it's called. And that should bring out the full shine. So let me jump right into that. So everything's put back together, and I mean, there's a few spots I should probably get over and go back over again. Definitely should have put them on the truck and did it, so I'll probably retouch up some spots, but for the most part it looks good. I'm about to show y'all what it looks like, and y'all let me know what y'all think. Definitely after I go over it again, and after I wait probably like another 2 weeks, a week to 2 weeks, and then I'll put some wax over it and get the shine even closer to the factory, and you won't even be able to tell the difference. But let me show y'all what it looks like. Alright, so there you have it. My fenders are pretty much done. I'll probably go over it one more time, and then I'll wait and put some wax over it to get a little more shine. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Again, I appreciate y'all checking out the channel, following me on this build. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell notification, and I'll catch y'all later. Alright, so it is a few days later. While editing this, I was looking at the fenders, and after spending a few days with it, seeing it in direct sunlight, as you see from the original video when I showed the full overview, I didn't wash the actual fenders. I washed the truck, but I washed the truck before the fenders were put on, which was not the smartest thing, but whatever. I saw some more imperfections that I wasn't real happy about the results. So after spending some time in the University of YouTube, getting a little more knowledge, I've decided I'm going to redo some things. So I'm going to go ahead and, not in a video, I'm not going to record or anything, but next weekend or so, I'm going to get some different pads that I found that are some Meguiar's pads that should be way better than the Harbour Freight pads. And I'm going to go ahead and sand down the fenders a little more with 1500. And then I am going to actually do the 3000 grit this time as well to see if I can get better results. I put like 3 or 4 layers of clear coat on there, so I'm not going to be sanding through that, so I'm not concerned about that. I just want to try to get the best results as I can, and this was my first time doing it, so just learned a little more, and I'm gonna go ahead and tackle that some more. But y'all should probably see, y'all may be able to see the results later on in other videos, but I just wanted to touch on that because I know people are gonna see it and be like, it's not so good, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna redo that. But yeah, so be on the lookout for that later on. Let's check those results.